You know that thing happened, no? Terrible things going on this world nowadays. Terrible two things going on. What are them? Can you imagine? Terrible two things going on. Going on means one is already finished, but other thing is going on. So today, exactly guessed the Kego students, they guessed. Okay. Let's check whether your guess is correct or not. Terrible two things. One is happened. What is that? That flight gone down. Okay. The other thing is the war. War is going, right? In between Israel and Iran, right? So whatever. Now you know that the cabin crew and all the passengers in that flight gone down, and very bad disaster. Only one person got survived. Okay. So anyway, if we can stop happening that kind of things, that is innovation. Okay. That is the engineering thing. Okay. So there are engineers propose this under proposal stage. Okay. So so they have a set of engineers, they have proposed that now when a flight is going and some issue with the flight, okay, there can be issues, no? What to do? Now you are in the sky and you notice that both the engines has gone down. Now what to do? It will go down and crash, no? Okay. So what has happened actually in that flight? So there are guesses only, still the investigation is going on. So they will give, after 3 months time, they will do the investigation and they will give the results. So but that pilot was his flying hours about 52 hours, not 52, 52,000 hours. Okay. So one so he's the chief pilot. Okay. Then one pilot, just their guesses, so he told that that may be due to a procedural error, not due to a human error, the error with the procedure. Okay. So that you know that when that landing gear, so landing gear, we see that landing gear is not going up. So maybe that may be the reason. So these are guesses only. Okay. So landing gear is not going up. So then the flight cannot go up properly. So that may be a one reason. Who knows? Okay. Then other reason we don't know. Maybe some kind of terrorist activity. So some say that they heard that explosion sound. We don't know. Who knows? Okay, right? So whatever thing. So that is not the thing that I am focusing here. So what my focus is, so set of engineers, they have proposed that if the cabin crew and pilot, there are two pilots, no, co-pilot and the main pilot, chief pilot. Okay. So if they identify a problem with the aeroplane, okay, Boeing or whatever the aeroplane, Airbus, they can make a cabin which is ejectable cabin. You saw that, you see that when they are going with fighter jets, they will quickly eject, no? The similar way, right? Similar way means not similar, the complex way, but the idea. Okay. So they can, when the flight is going on like that way, okay, so let's say this is the flight. I cannot draw much nice here, so this can be like this way, no? Okay. Then there are the wings on those sides with the engine. right? Okay, so they can make that cabin which has the people in it, it can eject. Okay, it can eject. So pilot, he notices that okay, flight is going to crash, so the engines are fallen down, now we will be crashing, dear guest, now we are going to crash. They cannot tell like that, no. Okay, so the worst case that can happen in a flight. Okay, but anyway the probability is very low. Crashing a flight probability is very low, according to statistics. So the probability is low crashing a flight than going in your own vehicle. Going in your own vehicle and getting into a accident, the probability is high. Okay, but what to do? Okay, right. So anyway, this can eject. So once it has ejected, so it is like that, no. So this is like a capsule, and it can have the parachute. Okay, it can have that parachute like that way. Okay, it can have the parachute, then it can go down. Okay, the flight, the top part, it will go and crash or whatever thing will happen, right? So this can go down. So it can have that burners also. If you see that balloon ride going in near Sigiri area or whatever, balloon ride, you know, people going with a bucket. Okay, in a bucket, and they will have a very big balloon with the burners there, and people are staying inside the balloon. It's like that, no. Okay, so the similar way, the burners are there, and this can go and land. If it is going into a sea, it can land on the sea. Communication system must be there, then others will locate and come into it. Then when it is landing, there can be again a balloon down there, so it can reduce the impact of getting this down, and this will also slow down. Okay, then this will go and safely land on the ground, or even in the sea also. Okay, so this in proposal, under proposal stage, so we don't know. So if this can be done, then in the future people can be saved, avoiding that kind of a crash. Okay, so in order to go a tour, in order to become a tourist, okay, you should have a income, disposable income you should have. Then you should waste that money for that tourism purpose. But when you waste that kind of money in that kind of purpose, terrible things can happen. So when we see that staying in the ground is much more safer, no, we can think like that. Staying in the ground is much more safer than going up. Yeah, okay, anyway, that's something different thing. Right, now we will come to this one, type 4. Okay, in type 4, write down there, when the degree of numerator